the first man from Newfoundland to ever make a start in the NASCAR Pinty Series. Passed by Alex Tagliani in the EpiPen. Chevy up on the outside. That is Tagliani's happy place. That second groove here at Sunset Speedway.
And watching Josh Collins, you can see why. Collins' car just would not drive around the inside. When you run the high groove, it's a smoother arc. I'm not going to say it's easier to get around, but the car likes it better.
And keep an eye on the track surface itself. From the start of this race to the finish of this race, you see that black groove getting much, much wider as these cars lay down tremendous amounts of rubber over the course of 300 laps. That's exactly what's happening, and that's going to affect the handling of these race cars as that does happen.
Clinton Jeffrey is pit side with the disappointed Anthony Simone.
Where's Anthony Simone? Anthony, what's the story? What happened to your 95 machine tonight?
We just had a really loose car coming off the floor there. Got a little bit loose. Somebody got into the back of us a bit, and we got into the inside wall. Rough day.
Tough break for Anthony Simone. This is the second year in a row he had issues here at Sunset.
Good look at Trevor Siebert in the area 27.com, number 69. Battle for 8th spot with Alex Labay, and Siebert gets crooked into the inside car, and Jason White up to the outside wall.
Wow, that just took out British Columbia. Siebert from Williams Lake, BC, and Jason White from Sun Peaks, British Columbia, and both of them sustained hard damage.
And big damage to the Ray Vestas Brakes Chevy, number 3 of Jason Hathaway. That front end barely hanging on. Have another look. It's LeBay on the inside, Siebert up high.
Wow, hard contact to the right front of LeBay. Hard contact for White into the wall. Trevor Siebert actually might have got the least amount of damage. Wow, Matthew Scannell in the OMVIC 56 got slowed down for that wreck, and Jason Hathaway just could not do the same.
And there you see the frustration from Jason White as he was looking forward to a great finish here today, and the work starts on the 3 of Hathaway.
Yeah, guys, the 3 stopped briefly on pit road, but then they saw how severe the damage was. The body work is not serious. It's that left front and the suspension underneath. They're going to take the body work away, get that left front tire off, and see exactly how serious it is, but it is significant for sure.
And Hathaway, one of the favorites in this year's championship, will now have to look forward to the next race, the CRS Express 300 at Autodrome Chaudière, a place that he's done well at.
And these oval races is where Jason Hathaway really wants to excel. But right now, it's Alex Tagliani in the lead.
Welcome back to a beautiful evening at Sunset Speedway in the Leland Industries 300 on TSN. I'm Dave Bradley. Along with me in the booth is Adam Ross, Clinton Jeffrey, and Todd Lewis patrolling the pits as we restart on lap 75. Alex Tagliani, your race leader.
And Tag got a great jump on that restart. Josh Collins up on the outside trying to hang on to second, but he's got a couple of Chargers, and DJ Kennington in the 76 of Caden Lapcevich hot on his heels.
Couple of rookies chasing the veteran in Josh Collins and Caden Lapcevich. They're the 2 rookies. Alex Tagliani is the veteran. Look at Tagliani set sail, though. He's opened up a 2-car length gap already.
He just loves this racetrack, and he's darn good on it. Trevor Siebert sort of initiated that last caution. They lost 2 laps in the pits, but he is back on the racetrack.
Yeah, that car is pretty beat up. It doesn't look the best, but at least it's moving. He's able to get some points. Good look at Dwayne Baker in the Mario Designs number 40, and DJ Kennington, the Castrol Edge Dodge.
How about the number 1 of Larry Jackson? He's running in the 7th spot right now. This is his first race with Canada's best racing team. Remember, Robin Buck had a podium finish at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park, so General Manager Joey McComb enlisted the services of Larry Jackson.
And Jackson, a veteran late model race car driver in this area, has tons of laps on places like Sunset Speedway, so he's very, very comfortable on an oval track, and he looks pretty comfortable in that car.
And as a former J.R. Fitzpatrick car that he's driving, I think it's fair to say this is the best equipment he's ever had to drive in this series.
I would say so too, but hats off, you know what, to Larry Jackson's teammate for the day, the 25 of Josh Collins. I don't think anybody expected him to be at the front of this race for as long as he's been there.
You know, Josh Collins is a really hard charger. He buries the car into the corners. That's not exactly the best way to get around Sunset Speedway, but he's doing a great job right now.
Battle for the lead. And there is what a veteran does. You heard Warren Jones on the scanner. Alex Tagliani open up the inside. Caden Lapcevich a little bit quicker. He gets through. No fuss, no muss, and they carry on. Look at still with a gap on third place, Josh Collins.
We've seen it a few times and we haven't talked about it today, but I love the onboard where we can look at Caden Lapcevich's eyes. He's a teenager, but he's got the focus of a veteran.
He's a veteran of the super stock ranks here at Sunset Speedway, and then now running a late model, as we mentioned, here at this very track. So he's at home on the oval at Sunset Speedway.
8th place for LP Dumoulin on board, and he's fighting an ill-handling race car, Dave.
Yeah, they were pretty pumped coming into this one. Thought they had a good car, but the handling seems to have gone off. So they'll look to make some changes at their next opportunity. But Caden Lapcevich, a driver not fighting that race car at all as he opens up a gap now on the 18 of Alex Tagliani.
And we heard some great news this weekend. Caden Lapcevich is going to be at Autodrome Chaudière next race, and he's going to have Ohsweken Speedway on board that race car as a sponsor.
That is great news, and hopefully more Canadian companies will come on board that 76 and keep him going, because he's had two really great finishes to start the 2016 season.
Well, and that's what Ohsweken Speedway is doing. They want to promote. Casey Kane is going to be at the track July 25th and 26th at Ohsweken, right near Brantford, Ontario. What better way to promote it than here on TSN with a front-running driver?
And Lapcevich into lap traffic as he goes around the number 75 Absolute Transport Dodge of Derek Lynch. But Caden Lapcevich has this one well in hand. We're approaching lap 100 at Sunset Speedway, and he leads the field. You're watching NASCAR on TSN from Sunset Speedway. This is the Leland 300 presented by Dickies. I'm Dave Bradley. Along with me is Adam Ross, and you can see the field nicely spread out around this third of a mile oval now.
Well, and it's just like we said, Dave. Give them a little bit of time, and you're going to see which cars are handling well and which cars are not. And we are running out of lead lap cars.
Now, if you looked at the practice sheets from earlier on this afternoon, it was 0.7 of a second covering the entire field. So you thought, okay, we've got them all close, but you're right. Some set up for short runs, some set up for long runs, and now it really is separating the good cars from the cars that struggled with their setup a little bit.
And look at Caden Lapcevich leading the race right behind Andrew Ranger, multi-time series champion. He just put Adam Martin a lap down, and Ranger's driving for all he's worth, trying to stay on the lead lap.
And the driver, that Mopar Dodge, came into this event as your points leader, and he's struggling mightily here today.
Caden Lapcevich to the inside of Ranger, carefully weeding his way through this lap traffic. This is where a race can really jump up and bite, particularly a young driver.
Riding on board the Mopar Dodge of Andrew Ranger, and you see Lapcevich to the inside of the WeatherTech number 47 of LP Dumoulin. That blue flag with the yellow stripe across it, telling the drivers the leader is coming up as the 47 goes his second lap down. Dumoulin, one of those drivers struggling here today.
Yeah, 2 laps down for Dumoulin. That's got to be a surprise. And now a battle for position is Adam Martin looking to go around Andrew Ranger. That Johnsonville Ford that Martin's behind the wheel of, they plan to run 4 races this year. This will be their only oval track event, and then they're going to do 3 road courses, Dave.
And you see that modified looking number 69. No front fairings, no bodywork on the nose of the Area27.com number 69 of Trevor Siebert, but he's keeping pace. There's nothing wrong with that race car.
Well, as we've looked at the scoring monitors the last few laps, he's as fast as anybody out there.
Josh Collins having a great run, sitting in 3rd spot, starting all the way back in 18th. Here's a look at your 4th place runner, the GD Coates Used Car Superstore, number 48 of Dwayne Baker.
And that's a gorgeous looking race car.
It really is. Good folks at Mario Design did a wonderful job wrapping that car, and it's working very well. This is probably the best day that Dwayne Baker has had so far in his NASCAR Pinty Series career.
And as many times as I see that car, I just can't see the yellow stripe making any sense. But he is a rookie in our series. Here's a driver who is not a rookie. Larry Jackson from Oakville, Ontario, driving the Pilati number 1.
And Larry Jackson with Pilati race shoes on his feet here today says they're really comfortable. And look looks like he's making himself comfortable inside that Ford Fusion. But look at the leader now getting caught by the 18 of Alex Tagliani. Tagliani has moved up about a groove, and we've got problems. Turn number 4, that is Gary Cluton, the 59, who goes around. Caution flag flies.
So Gary Clute able to keep the car running, but that was the leader that went by. He is now a lap down.
And that's what hurts about a tight track like a third of a mile oval. But we'll have another look at what happened.
Down into 3, he's got LP Dumoulin right behind him. Oh, and Josh Collins from the inside groove makes contact with Clute. There's not much you can do in that case. This will be a great look.
Looking back from Gary Clute's car, Collins on the lead lap. Clute going a lap down. It's time to go.
Caden Lapcevich has run a beautiful race so far. Now it's up to the 76 team. Overshoots the pit just a little. The crew push him back, and now they're going to go to work to change those right side tires. Fresh Goodyears for the race leader.
And Caden having to pit at an awkward angle. He had to get around Alex Labbe to get into his pit stall.
And a tight pit lane as service continues. There goes Labbe, and Alex Tagliani will win the race off pit lane. So Tagliani will take the lead thanks to his crew during pit stops here in the Leland Industries 300. We'll be back. Getting set for restart number 4, the NASCAR Pinty Series, Leland Industries 300 from Sunset Speedway. Alex Tagliani, your leader, but look at that. He holds the field back. Baker started to jump ahead. We're back underway, and Caden Lapcevich gets the worst of it.
3 wide into turn number 1. That is not the way to do it. And Caden Lapcevich had to bite the brake pedal.
And Lapcevich lost the lead on a congested pit road, and now he's losing time on the racetrack as Larry Jackson in the Pilati number 1 moves to the inside of Dwayne Baker.
Unbelievable top 5, including Josh Collins, Larry Jackson, Dwayne Baker. We're getting down to the wire in this race. They're having some great runs.
Absolutely. 2 cars from the CBRT stables inside the top 5. Best showing by that race team so far in the NASCAR Pinty Series.
And Trevor Siebert without much of a front end on that number 69, right behind the early race leader, Caden Lapcevich.
I remember when CBRT joined the NASCAR Pinty Series with Bud Moore at the helm, the owner of that group. He wanted to do it right. He says, we're not coming to just play around, we're coming to win, and that's exactly what they're doing here today.
Well, you're absolutely right, but right now Josh Collins under pressure from Sunset Speedway veteran Dwayne Baker as they battle for second spot, but out front, Tagliani is checking out.
You see Baker there right on the back bumper, the number 25, the Ford Fusion of Josh Collins, a pair of rookies in the NASCAR Pinty Series, as we mentioned before, chasing each other nose to tail. We're single file right through the top 5 as you see the 59.